Hello everyone. So this is our first tech talk from GDAC GIIT as a part of Hackin Summer, and we have with us Sukriti Macker, who is the Data Quality Associate at Finbox. Hi Sukriti, welcome.
Hi, Satakshi. Thank you so much for having me. Okay. Hi, guys.
Yeah, so now,
I'm so
yeah,
Hi. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I thought, yeah.
no,
Shall
no,
I
no worries.
start?
Just go on. Yeah, sure. So Sukriti will be taking you towards her tech journey. So let's begin our live stream today. Hope you all enjoy it.
Hi, everyone. I am Sukriti Macker. Thank you, Satakshi, for such a warm welcome. And also, I would like to thank the JDSC JIIT community for inviting me to their tech talk. Before I start, I have an extraction pipeline there, and I maintain the quality of the data that is used to create ML models. I also handle ETL processes as well. So for those who you don't know about the ETL processes, you can ping me later. If you want to know what a little bit more about the fintech field, you can definitely get in touch with me. Okay. So, I started my data science journey in the year 2019. I picked up data science as my career because I have a knack for mathematics and programming. So, data science seemed like a natural choice for me. I'm a recent graduate. I completed my Bachelor of Technology degree in computer science last year. That was 2021. Over time, I realized that I had to give back to the technical community. That technical community helped me advance in my career. With that, I realized that I could share my experiences, learnings, and the journey that I have with people just starting out in the technical domain, especially in the data science domain. I truly believe in community support. The Google Developer Student Clubs is just that, right? You know, uh, they talk about trends in technology. They conduct boot camps, help students get connected to professionals. So that is what community does for us. So my idea was similar to that, to help out folks not just through referrals, but making decisions about their career. I started out with Twitter. The idea was not to help like was to help people not make the same mistakes when they start out in their technical journey. So I became a creator on Twitter as well. Now I have like around about 15,700 followers who are learning and exploring computer science with me. What I tend to do in this session is to talk about lessons I learned from some specific experience in my journey to reach where I am right now. The idea is not to make this talk, feel specific. I don't want to make it boring for people who are not from data science background. I want to cater to the wider audience. You can apply these lessons in whatever field you are. Maybe you were a web developer or maybe you were a Python developer. These lessons could help you go through any issues that you have with your journey. Before we dive into these lessons, let me tell you that you can reach out to me via Twitter DM, LinkedIn DM, or email, whatever that you are comfortable with. Send me your questions so that I can go through them, and I will definitely get back to you if you have any questions for me. So, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah. So, lesson one is, don't let yourself down based on what others think of you. Right. So the road for me was not easy. I had times in my second year where my professor was like humiliating me in front of class for not knowing the basics of the programming language C, C++. That ironically, she had to teach me. As a student, I really felt miserable for being insulted. But I did not let that incident affect me. Just because someone did not believe in me that I was capable of doing something, I didn't let it affect me. So rather than acting like a victim, I asked my friends for help, who knew the subject. I took courses to develop my understanding of the subject and solve various problems to help me build the knowledge that I lacked. I studied day and night and nailed the final exam. And I am actually proud of that feeling and that the achievement that I had. I did the best that I could. So there was time in my career, and so there will be times in your career when you wouldn't be good at something, but this should never let you down. In fact, you should take that opportunity to trust yourself and have faith in yourself and your abilities that you can succeed at whatever you want. It can be a subject like C, C++, it can be, a coding competition, it can be a startup idea, it can be a project, or it can be learning something completely new, something really out of the box. All I want to say to you is that your competition would only be you. It would never be too late to begin something that you want, something that you love, and you're interested in. And it is never too late, to learn something that you didn't get the chance to explore. As you can tell, I didn't have the best start to my programming journey because, in class 11th and 12th, I did not take up computer science as my subject. I took economics. So the road was pretty tough when I started my engineering. However, I counted on myself and never feared to seek help. Right, so that was the lesson number one that I had. The lesson number two would be always be ready to expect the unexpected. What I mean by that is life outside the school was way different than I had imagined. And bridging the gap between college and high school, was no piece of cake. In school, teachers are always behind you to get things done. However, in college, you have to pave your own path. But before even entering college, I had to decide on a major, like what do you call it, the stream I wanted to take up in, college. Like we have all thought about it. So I try to match my interest in a field to the course I would pick up in college. Thus I went ahead and took up engineering. I was interested in technology, so I picked up engineering. But the primary subjects that I had in class 11th and 12th didn't prepare me well for any challenges that came my way while pursuing my degree. So, during college, the environment initially felt very alien to me. In class 12 we all had to study subjects like physics and chemistry, right? So which weren't, in a way related to the field that we would do in our college. Like, other than that, if you're not from BTech, this wouldn't apply to you. But yeah, for BTech students that was the case. So consequently, upon entering college, I had no clue what programming language was, and my major was computer science. So what I'm trying to say with that is we might have all been through something similar, to what I'm saying. You take a ticket to a ride without knowing what to expect, or if you're even ready to participate in it. However, I took that I took that experience as a learning. I tried not to scare myself, prepared myself to learn something new on my own, and focused on opportunities that would come my way. So what I'm trying to say here is that you may not get what you expect at first, but you have to trust yourself and trust the process of learning and evolving. It is okay if things don't go your way initially. What you need to do is learn and grow as you go, and don't overplan things. Okay, so I would hop on to lesson number 3. Think ahead of the present you. For me, the primary aim of college was not just about studying. I realized this pretty early on. 80% of the subjects that I learned in college were theoretical, more like, rote learning. I can tell you from my experience that I had to mug up information for an exam which, has no use in the industry and is not even relevant currently. I guess you guys might relate with me on this one. So, what I learned is that the tech jobs in the market are ever evolving. So, there has to be discussion about ideas, innovations, ways to back internships, pre placement offers, and how to prepare yourself to interact with industry professionals, build a network of your own, or even choose a field of specialization. With like field of specialization in the sense, if you're going for masters or you want to pursue a specific degree after your BTech or other like degrees, you have to choose that field. So what makes you choose that field. So there has to be discussions around that. Fortunately, I did not surrender myself to the traditional learning methods. So circling back to where I started, for me, college was a medium through which I got the opportunity to interact with people who had the same industry experience and hear about their views of the job market, which I was eventually going to step into. So I wanted to, prepare myself for the job market because let's face it, college does not give you all the right tools that you need to, that you might need in the job market. So you have to reach out to people with questions. College is not about just acing your exams. Gather the courage to talk to people about your interests or your questions. Ping people on LinkedIn, tell them about your interests, just talk to them. They would definitely help you out. I would suggest that you move out of your comfort zone, build the confidence, and attend events like these where you get to meet people that are from different industries or maybe from your own industry. What that does to you is that you gain another perspective of the job market or the industry that you would be going to step into, right? So let me just go into some hackathons. Yeah, so hackathons, what, it's not just an event where teams compete. It is where you can network with mentors, the judges, and the teams from other colleges. I'll share a joke with you. It's like, one of my friends told me that build your network so strong that the interviewer or the person interviewing you would turn out to be your friend. I mean, that strong your network should be. That, yeah. So therefore, I started to prepare early on, for myself for this industry with the information that I was gathering through people that I connected with. So, however, there was no, specific structured if and else statement or an algorithm I had in place to answer what to do next in life or even after college. But I did the following things time and again, and I'll share that with you. Try to chalk out a path for yourself. Question how I can reach where I want to and what tools are required in my toolkit to do that. Give yourself a reality check. Ask yourself where you want to be in life. What I mean by that is, if you're in college, so you wouldn't be in college for too long, right? And you will eventually graduate in X years. See how much time you have like in your hands to get your targeted things done and do them, get to them. Lesson number 4, let's hop on to that. It's, I guess, for me, the most important lessons that I learned. Don't wait to find the optimal path, just kick yourself into action. I learned from my experience that only theoretical knowledge would not help me land my dream job. I needed to have some practical experience in the industry, which I could count on, right? So I'm not sure if that this is just me or everyone would have this weird feeling before starting out something new, something completely different and something out of their comfort zone. You know what I call this feeling? I call this feeling I am not ready for it, or I'm not capable of doing this. It was not effortless to fight this feeling, but I asked myself, if not now, then when? So I looked up at some entry level resumes when I was in college, set targets like what I wanted to do, and determined a approach to like hunt for internships. Something that intrigued me when I was in college was a research internship. If you guys don't know, you can look it up. Like internships are really interesting. For like internships would provide you with the opportunity to work with a field expert, like a professor or like somebody who's expert in their fields. So, and it definitely looks good on your resume. Let me like put it out there. So before the summer break, I applied to a couple of research programs. So meanwhile, I was devoting my time to data science. I took a course on machine learning and data science. It equipped me with the right tools I could use in projects and real world data sets. Meanwhile, I got the opportunity to work alongside a professor at the Indian Institute of Information and Technology at Allahabad. This was a massive, massive achievement for me because it helped me gain more confidence in myself and my skill set. For the first time, it actually hit me that I could do what I wanted if I put myself into whatever I aim to achieve. This feeling encouraged me not to undermine my abilities. Obviously, I did get a rejection from like many programs, but I continued to upskill myself and apply no matter what. There is a job out there for everyone. The only thing that you should have is the urge to learn and constantly improve. I would suggest fighting the feeling that you aren't ready for it or you can do this later. Let me tell you, people, there is no later. Everyone has their own journey, but you should actually stop overthinking your actions and start to prioritize your work and take accountability for your efforts. I learned that I would be losing out on opportunities if I continue to doubt myself. I suggest you connect with your college alums and their friends from different colleges, learn to communicate well, and upgrade your tech stack constantly as technology is ever evolving. Apply to positions that best suit your strength and don't be shy from failing. Your only aim should be to try, and the rest would definitely follow. So, lesson number five, while concentrating on yourself and learning from your experiences, work towards helping the community. It isn't easy to, find relevant information. What you need to do, how you're supposed to do it, what tech trends are buzzing, how to fill your tech stack, how you can crack your dream jobs, what resources to refer, what to do about those resources, and much more. You would keep on wondering if it weren't for the community that is available to you. I have been through this entire process myself, and I can tell you it requires patience and perseverance. Not all of us are lucky enough to land the perfect mentor or the perfect internship or a perfect job. But what has made the process a little simpler for beginners is the amount of open communication that occurs. People with different levels of experience in the industry are coming forward to share their thoughts. Take for example me. I am here to help the community. Some pages and blogs help you understand the concept of programming and provide you with enormous information to help you at whatever level of experience you have. There are a lot of communities for coders, programmers, and developers that are helping young tech savvy individuals. In fact, if you have some experience in the industry, even like whatever, like you are a college student, whatever experience that you have, even good or bad, go on and share them on such platforms, because you may really not know, but it can definitely help someone. I am trying to provide my insights to the community of tech savvy people interested in data science and machine learning. The intent is to help young enthusiasts tread a better path than most of us did when we lacked the guidance and knowledge. So this is something that you might not know. Platforms where you answer or help people can actually get you your dream job. I have this experience. Recruiters go through your Stack Overflow profiles, or your blogs that you might have written. What they do is like they fetch you offers. That is actually a fact. So being a part of tech community and showcasing your skills through blogs is really important, not just to help the community in general, but it can really get you offers and like good jobs. So I would like to focus on some things before I would end this stream. You may have some trials and tribulations while looking for the right path that suits your career, but don't give up, because the best way to learn is to fail. Everyone has their own way to approach things, which is okay. Try to be curious, ask questions, and be aware of your surroundings. Also, please, guys, please don't stress out. You are not expected to know everything. Just learn and evolve as you go on. Everyone has their own path. I am paving mine, and I am genuinely encouraging you to pave yours. thank you guys for having me. I would love it if you have any questions for me or like have feedbacks on the talk that I just gave. I would love your thoughts. You can reach out to me via email, DM me, or DM like on Twitter or LinkedIn. I would love to answer your questions. Even if I couldn't answer your questions myself, I would definitely reach out to community members or people at my workplace or somewhere, but I'll make sure that you get your answers. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sukriti. It was just one sort of amazing talk I have ever listened to. Like, it was really amazing. It was a proper journey I or any other listener would want to listen to, and like genuinely, it was my pleasure to listen to you, and everything you just said in the talk, from like being a student from a non-technical background, having economics, and then like how you conquered everything. Like I still have one doubt, like from your talk, like
Yeah, tell me.
you entered into data analytics, right? And
Yeah,
when we are into college, the first thing or like the most common thing the students have is a DSA or just entering into normal SDE positions, right?
right.
What was that incidence that made you inclined towards data analytics and not the typical SDE positions? Like, is there any specific reason, or when did you realize that this is meant for me and not the SDE positions?
I understand your question completely. It was an epiphany that happened to me in my second year or my third year, I guess. I guess my third year. Uh, I enjoyed DSA for sure because I am from like the technical background and you've got to do DSA and that's what your teachers tell you to do. But it wasn't for me. I mean, it wasn't that I would definitely say it is challenging. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it doesn't combine both. You know, I would say analysis of data or fetching data from somewhere and thinking that I can derive what some insights from that data or mathematics and programming in general, probability or stats. Those, I am from economics background, right? So I had interest in economics. So I was looking for a field that could bring in both the best of both worlds together. So stats and programming got into me, and that's how I came up with data science as my field. Yeah,
Yeah, like this is called as whatever happens for a reason. Like you chose
definitely.
economics because it was meant to be a career
I guess
forever.
so.
So yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you have any other question, you may just put them in the comments, and Sukriti, and we would love to answer those questions. And it was just amazing to have you with us, Sukriti. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Satakshi, for reaching out to me. Thank you. I really loved
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.